Do you know that F1 car racer Lando Norris has almost the same cars as Max Verstappen? Well, no long talk. Let's see some of the crazy cars in Lando's garage. Our number one car would be his McLaren Spider, the car you'll rarely see him drive. When Lando pulled up to the McLaren Technology Center in Woking to collect his custom 765 Elite Spider in 2023, paparazzi made a hella story out of the event. Actually, there are some who believe that this McLaren was a gift to him by the brand he races for worldwide. You can actually see 6 different signatures from top McLaren heads under the hood of his Spider. The Spider runs on a 4-liter twin-turbo engine, producing around 755 to 760 horsepower and hitting 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds. Lando's own model has that extraordinary full blue carbon fiber body, with yellow accents matching his racing helmet colors on the brake calipers and interior stitching. Tech-wise, the car has an advanced infotainment system with an 8-inch touchscreen that locks onto smartphone tabs and navigation. For sound, Lando went for the Bowers & Wilkins 12-speaker audio system with carbon fiber subwoofers and titanium tweeters. While a normal McLaren 765 LT Spider sells for something around $420,000, Lando's customized version could be valued at $670,000. Considering it might be a gift though, we don't expect that he will sell it anytime soon. For the 2022 Goodwood Festival of Speed, F1 star Lando pulled up in his newly acquired Lamborghini Miura. Although this was a really old car, at least by make, it actually stood a chance against some of the modern cars at the event, not just by speed, but also by looks. Lando got this left-hand drive car from RM Sotheby's in late 2022, and though it was originally sent in Miura white over a black interior, Lando had it all customized. The Miura uses a 3.9-liter V12 engine that produces about 385 horsepower and 286 pounds-feet of torque, at least in SV specification. It wheels from 0 to 60 in just 5.5 seconds and uses a 5-speed transmission. You see, the Miura body, designed by Marcello Gandini at Bertone, is thought to be one of the most beautiful car shapes in existence. The car's well-known feature, the clamshell hood and engine cover, was also a particular deal with its looks. Unlike today's supercars that use a long line of electronic systems and all, the Miura's dashboard comes with simple switches, classic Jaeger gauges, and a Blaupunkt radio. The car goes way early in safety tech, and rather than using ABS brakes or traction control, it basically stops on the driver's skill. You are the brake. Norris's Miura, with approximately 25,500 miles on the odometer, is a bit of a financial investment than actually a simple drive-around car. Most models have sold at auctions for around $1.9 million, though his purchase price wasn't ever made public. Social media went into a frenzy in early 2024 when Lando revealed his 1989 Ferrari F40. A service technician, who was tasked with the usual maintenance spin, took the vehicle for a test drive when something of a disaster happened. As the turbos went up under heavy acceleration, the rear wheels lost their hold, and the Ferrari smashed into a roadside barrier. Lando handled the situation pretty easily, though I don't think he'll allow another routine drive for a long while. The F40's engine is a 2.9-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 478 horsepower and 425 pounds-feet of torque, and hitting a top speed of 201 miles per hour. Yep, it was the first production car to break the 200-mile-an-hour barrier when released. Some argue that Lando's version is a cat or non-cat. Actually, this is a particularly non-cat, non-adjust spec, meaning it doesn't have catalytic converters for power output, and it uses the fixed suspension setup. The F40's body was designed by Pininfarina under Leonardo Fioravanti's supervision. Its wedge shape, punctuated by NACA ducts and a rear wing, was drawn entirely by performance talks rather than styling. The interior doesn't have carpets, proper door panels, or even sound insulation. Lots of sacrifices made for performance. There wasn't even a radio or power windows, because the company was a little too focused on the car's driving. Lando's F40 is priced at $2.3 million today, and while the car carries higher mileage than most models, the fact that it's a non-cat, non-adjust keeps its value at peak. Comparable models with lower mileage have sold for $2.5 million at specialist auctions, but you can buy the less desirable cat adjusts for $2.2 million if you've got the money. Another McLaren Lando owns is the McLaren Senna, and he brought this out to the streets of Monaco during the 2023 Formula One weekend. Named after Norris's childhood hero, Ayrton Senna, this car also represents Lando's milk and honey friendship with McLaren Motors, though he clearly bought this car himself. Pushing the wheels is McLaren's 4-litre V8 that jams out 789 horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque, riding to a top speed of 208 miles per hour with its 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Before we go on, please give us a like and hit the subscribe button. Also comment on the celebrity's garage you want us to do next. Now, the exterior of Lando's Senna uses what we might call a form follows function design. The double-element rear wing adjusts its angle based on driving area, while the front splitter is just the best for air channeling for just the right grip and cooling. Lando went for a custom spec with exposed carbon fiber bodywork and in papaya orange color, the color of the car used by his team. On tech, the central infotainment touchscreen of the Senna is slanted vertically and runs on McLaren's custom interface, sorta like the F1 cars Lando drives. The cockpit has a foldable display with information depending on what driving mode you choose: comfort, sport, track, and race. While Lando's Senna has a current market valuation of around $950,000, prices have gone up crazily since the model's intro. Fun fact, the first production Senna recently failed to sell at auction despite reaching a high bid of around $850,000, which would have resulted in a final price of $960,000 after buyer's premium. Besides all these crazy cars, Lando Norris has owned several notable vehicles, including a Fiat 500 Jolly, a custom Land Rover Defender built by Retro Automotive, a Lamborghini Urus Performante, and a Revuelto. While he has sold the Fiat already, we don't exactly know if he still has the Defender in his garage. Oh, and he also sold the Revuelto. Another head spinner of a ride that Lando owns is the Porsche Carrera GT, one similar to that owned by Ellen DeGeneres and Jerry Seinfeld. Just months before he bought it, this exact vehicle was displayed at a Bonhams auction in Paris, where it didn't sell despite reaching a high bid of $1.1 million. Lando got it at the perfect time to show it off during the Monaco Grand Prix weekend, where the Carrera GT's reined engine curses through the Principality's famous tunnel. Now we're talking a car that runs on a 5.7-liter V10 that oozes 605 horsepower and 435 pounds-feet of torque. And while this engine was originally developed for a Le Mans racing program that Porsche later cancelled, it was eventually used for the G8. Designer Grant Larson drew the whole layout of the Carrera GT's exterior. The carbon fiber chassis and reinforced plastic body panels keep its weight down to just 3,000 pounds. Really light for a car with a crazy engine. The center console comes up high between driver and passenger, housing the shifter mechanism that is one of the car's signature elements. Meanwhile, you've definitely never seen a car use as many magnesium components as this one. Unlike modern supercars, with their digital displays and silly driver aids, the Carrera GT dashboard has traditional analog gauges with a central tachometer for the engine's info. The car doesn't have electronic stability control. To be fair, it was deliberately removed so Porsche could boast about the car's performance. The Carrera GT's tech is a little too fancy for some cars. The carbon ceramic brakes provide fade-free stoppage power with its 4-piston aluminum calipers. Then, the pushrod suspension with horizontal dampers offers a quick response while maintaining reasonable ride comfort. While the exact price of Lando's own GT wasn't announced, we do know that he paid up to $1.2 million based on the car's auction history. This is actually a significant rise from the car's original 2004 price, which was just around $448,000. With only 1,270 models produced between 2003 and 2007, good-looking low-mileage examples now sell for $1.5 million or more. Recent sales include a 250-mile model that sold for around $2 million in 2022. When Lando pulled into the Monaco paddock in 2022 with his McLaren P1, the whole line of cars there got muted, at least for a while. This wasn't just some ordinary P1. It was originally finished in volcano yellow when it left the Woking factory, and Lando later had it wrapped in a black finish to match his collection of dark-colored hypercars. For engine, Lando's P1 rides on a 3.8-liter VR8 that is paired with an electric motor, delivering a combined 903 horsepower and 664 pounds-feet of torque. This launches the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds, with a top speed limited to 217 miles per hour. Power runs to the rear wheels via a 7-speed transmission, while the hybrid system allows for limited all-electric driving up to 6 miles. The exterior is designed with a rear wing that automatically adjusts, generating up to 600 kilograms of downforce. Its doors open upward and forward, revealing an interior with carbon fiber bucket seats that were custom fitted for Lando, and a steering wheel taken from McLaren's F1 cars with a bunch of buttons and toggles. The dashboard bears just 3 digital screens, and Lando added his own touches, including his racing number 4 embroidered on the headrests and a custom plaque on the door sill. The P1's tech includes an iris infotainment system with satellite navigation and climate controls that can be shuffled through a portrait-oriented touchscreen. In track mode, the car transforms by lowering the body by 5 centimeters and stiffening the suspension using its hydraulic anti-roll bars. Safety features of the P1 include carbon ceramic brakes, traction control, and stability management systems. Based on models we've got in the market, Lando's P1 may be worth around $900,000 or $1 million, with similar models selling for $870,000 and $950,000. While normal European P1s cost between $800,000 and $1 million, American examples have reached up north of $1.5 million, with one exceptional model reaching $2 million. And finally, Lando's Ferrari Superfast. For the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix Drivers' Parade, Lando arrived in a brand new Ferrari 812 Superfast. And just so you know, this is his rival team's road car. Norris got this car in early 2021, choosing a black exterior to raise his army of dark-colored cars. To think that he'd actually drive his rival's car is just another level of crazy. Beneath the hood is Ferrari's most powerful and craziest naturally aspirated production engine, a 6.5-liter V12, producing 789 horsepower and 530 pounds-feet of torque. This rides the wheels from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds and accelerates to a max of 211 miles per hour. The rear wheels are brought to life by the car's 7-speed transmission, capable of shifting gears in just 30 milliseconds. Lando describes the car's engine sound as the most beautiful thing in the automotive world. The 812's exterior design, drawn by Ferrari's in-house styling center, uses front flaps, and the rear diffuser generates just the right amount of downforce. Norris went for the carbon fiber exterior package, adding exposed carbon throughout the body and wheels. Inside, he customized it with carbon fiber bucket seats wrapped in black leather and red contrast stitching. The traditional Ferrari yellow tachometer was replaced with a red-faced version to match the interior accents, and Norris had his racing number 4 down right onto the headrests. The technology package in Superfast works around Ferrari's latest gen infotainment system, including a 10.2-inch HD touchscreen placed into the dashboard. The system works with Apple CarPlay connectivity, satellite navigation, and vehicle telemetry data. Norris upgraded to the JBL Professional sound system, using 12 speakers placed into different parts of the cabin. The dashboard also contains 2 configurable HD screens beside the analog tachometer, showing everything from navigation to performance data. The steering wheel is taken from F1 cars and houses the Manettino dial for selecting driving modes, push-button start, and turn indicators. Ferrari's latest electronic differential, the eDiff3, works well with the F1 track traction control and Ferrari power oversteer systems. With just 3,000 miles on the odometer, Lando's 812 Superfast is a relatively low-mileage example of Ferrari's Grand Tourer. Price-wise, it is valued at $340,000 with its custom specs. A similar 812 Superfast in Sweden, with twice the mileage and less desirable specs, sold for about $310,000 last year. If you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so we can update you on all our upcoming content. Also, comment what celebrity car collection you want us to do next. We'll catch you in the next one.